Hello, back again. A bit of a delay, mainly because I wanted to go out and find as much stuff as I could before I come back. And sadly, it also not only took a bit of time, but I spent an embarrassingly large amount of time chasing down a dead end, which I will go through because this is more of a misinformation video with a little bit of practical stuff at the end. So first off, let's start with some myth busting. It's always fun. I don't have the mustache for it nor the skills, but let's see how I go. So basically, there's a few myths, and I got this from the World Health Organization. So number one, that heat kills it, and then conversely, that cold weather kills it, and snow kills it. So unfortunately, I have to be the bearer of bad news. Wear the environment, not the external. Your body temperature is going to maintain around that 36 degree, 37 degree mark. That's what the virus is looking for. It doesn't care about the weather outside. It's not on holiday. It's in you. So again, it's spread through droplets. It comes out of this environment on the hands, touches, contact, back into the next environment. Okay, as I mentioned in the last video. So the next one is taking a hot bath will help with the coronavirus. Might be relaxing, but unfortunately, guys, it's not going to help you. The next thing people are saying is watch out for mozzies, that mozzies are going to get you. And for people outside of Australia, that means mosquitoes. The mozzies aren't the transmitter, it's droplets, okay? Mosquitoes are annoying, but they're not going to give you this. The next one is UV lamps. UV lamps, they're saying you do this on your hands and stuff or objects. Look, the World Health and that actually says that it can cause skin irritation. And as I said in my last video, that's your first line of defense, or your skin, it's your covering. If you break it, if you hurt it, you're damaging that level of protection. Again, remembering this is contact and droplets based. So protect those layers of protection that you have. And then I want to finish with this one because, guys, I think this is the one that's doing my head in more than anything else. I'm young and it only affects the elderly, okay? I'm an aged carer. My job is to take care of the elderly, but I'm going to step outside my comfort zone and actually try to help you guys a bit. Basically, we're all susceptible. We can all get this illness, but what they're saying and why the elderly are at risk is because they have comorbidities. In other words, they have underlying conditions that can be made worse or put too much stress on and lead to fatalities. So if I have asthma, if I have a pulmonary issue, cardiac problems, if I have diabetes even, I've heard some things about people that are overweight can potentially have a bit of a problem, so my fat ass is worried. But in saying that, sadly, in France, we did see a 16-year-old girl with no underlying issues pass away from this. So keep it in mind, guys. It's a bit trickier than just, I'm a young gym junkie and I'm tough, got swole, and I can make it around wherever I want. Sorry, it's not the case. And I fear that belief that I'm bulletproof, that young bulletproof thing that we saw in like the spring break videos and stuff, that's what's happening. In fact, one of the girls who went on spring break later got sick and, quote, coughed until I bled. So, I'm not trying to be scary, guys, but get it through your heads. It's everyone, okay? Now, the reason this matters is because let's pretend, for an example, you're the health system and I'm the general public. Now, imagine I've got 20 tennis balls in my hands, right? I fire one at you. You're going to catch that. It's just one tennis ball. You can catch that. Now I'm going to fire 20 of them in rapid succession. You're going to be dropping them. Yeah? That's what we're worried about. That's the infection curve theory. That's what happened in Italy. It's the overwhelming numbers of people coming in and sort of doing that kind of stuff. Now, to sort of illustrate that a bit, this was an article that I got sent, and all of the stuff that I'm telling you will be down in the description, so you can check it out for yourself. This was an article from the Newcastle Herald about the John Hunter, where their staff were apparently briefed to expect 3,840 admissions with more than 1,000 meeting ICU. Okay, so intensive care. Fun fact, they have 24 care beds or something like that. Again, citation needed. This is from the Newcastle Herald. Now, the general statistics on this are like infection rate of 2.4 to 3 or something like that. So that means that if I get it, I'm going to give it to 2 to 3 people, right? So that's where that number goes, That's the explosion. That's what they're worried about. And for a couple of days last week, it was like 300 cases a day, and it just kept jumping. That's where we're getting really on top of it now. The same article says that using the Hunter New England Health notes, that we could see 48,384 cases by Saturday, the 25th of April. That would be an absolute shit show, to put it bluntly. And this is why everyone needs to get on top of their social distancing, or, also known as not going to Merriweather, but I'm not pointing fingers. Or, St Kilda, maybe, just for out there example. I want to talk about the myth busting again. We're going to talk about social media stuff. These are probably this is the one that cost me so much time. So it's what I'm calling the John Hopkins post. It'll claim that it's from a copy-pasted LMT group following the advice from a Irene Ken, whose daughter is an assisted thing at the... Yeah. Okay? I've tried to find these people. I can't. Okay? Even in the comments that I found, I can't. If I sound frustrated, it's because I thought this was going to give you guys some help. And look, already we're seeing things in this list like use UV lights. Okay? Again, it's, the virus can remain very stable in external environments. Okay, you got that right. But then it goes on to this really long-winded thing about how long it can stay in outside areas and on surfaces. I must have had 5 or 6 different news programs yesterday telling me different times, okay? Let's just accept that it could be there. Wash your goddamn hands, okay? Simple as that. So yeah, if you see this post, just go somewhere else. Okay, I'm giving you the links to the World Health. You can check that out. I'll also give you guys the link down there to the Australian government. They put up free education modules. I do suggest you check them out. They are a little bit Mickey Mouse, but they will help you. Okay, so we've done that. The other one I wanted to cover is a post. This is more of a social problem. It's a post saying that a guy in a truck went to a place in Melbourne and there was groceries everywhere and they were sending them out. I actually did something I wouldn't normally do about anything I see on Facebook. I contacted the police. I actually went to the Melbourne police and they pretty well informed me, mate, we've been to that address. Nothing's happening. So that's the myth-busting stuff, guys. I'm sorry, I wanted more stuff to tell you. But look, go down there, check out what I've got you, okay? All the links for anything I'm telling you, I'm putting down in the description. I'm not a friggin' YouTuber. Don't know how I got here. On a practical note, the shops, guys, I went out yesterday, crushed it. Managed to get everything I wanted. Please understand, drop down the hysteria. Hope springs eternal. Guys, it's getting better. They've got security guards. They've got the stuff marked out. They're getting screens in shops. Look, don't get scared of this stuff. It's just to help us get through, beat the curve, and actually, got to stomp the curve, basically, is what we're trying to do. If we can get on top of this stuff, we'll be right. But if everyone keeps being selfish gits, we're going to have a hard time, okay? It sucks. I go to work. I come home. My wife goes to work. She comes home. I do all the running, okay? I'm the one going out and doing this, and I want to stay home, okay? I want to stay home because I can get this done. The sooner we get on board, the sooner we get through this. It's as simple as that. We need to get on top of it. Now, from a practical point, I mentioned shopping before. Here's an idea I've had the other day, just a simple one. It's called the Make-A-Wish list. Basically, rather than you going out to the shops all the time, limit the number of runs you're doing. Instead, in your workplaces or on social media or whatever, create little groups, create little group chats, and put up a list of things that you're trying to find. And that way, if someone else is out, they might be able to grab it, okay? They can get it to you, you can pay it forward. Now, when I say get it to you, I mean drop it at your house or organize a way to do it, and keep into mind all the things I said in the last video, wiping things down, keeping your distance, being clever, okay, guys? But this will prevent you from going out again and again and again, okay? That's what I want to get down. We don't need the place clogged up. So that's my tips for you guys. Please be hopeful. I'm not trying to scare you to death. I'm actually quite hopeful. I'm a little bit frustrated, and I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty obvious about that. It's hard because I want to help you guys the best I can. Finally, I've even heard it said that 2 hands clasped in prayer can achieve a lot. Don't know about that myself, but I know if you put some soap in between them, give them a wash, that'll help you a lot too. Stay out there, stay safe, try to limit your time out there, and keep your social distancing, guys. And pass on anything you know, right? Put it in the comments down below, spread it around. Information's the key here, not misinformation. Let's try to debunk things as well, okay? Take everything with a grain of salt. In fact, take everything with a Himalayan rock lamp of salt, okay? Stay safe. I'll see you later.